Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Of course, my name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to another Fanboypotion video for WWE 2K15 Universe Mode. So, a couple things I want to address really quickly before we get rocking and rolling. Number one, the fact is this, one thing that I wanted to address is, with the last pay-per-view, some people said, well, it was a little long, and some people also said that some of the matches were rushed, while some of the matches felt like they also could have been maybe a bit longer and stuff. So it was a very, very good and informative bunch of information, so thank you. But another thing that I wanted to stress, and going forward will be the case, is the fact, for example, why did it take so long to record it, is because, as you saw, it's a 1 hour long video, and it takes a while to put it together, especially while I'm still working on Blitzwinger and everything like that. So therefore, what I'm going to do from now on is, for our pay-per-views, we're only going to play through 3 matches. So we're always going to play through the main event, and then the 2 other matches are actually going to be decided by you guys. I think that it should be the championship matches. So, for example, whether it be, let's say, the Intercontinental title or the Divas Championship or the US title, whatever it is. But I think that it will be interesting to see you guys reflect on that in the comment section below. So basically, we'll have like more of a 35 to 40 minute video for the pay-per-views, and then half the pay-per-view will be simulated, because that would also allow to create kind of a nice element of surprise, because I wouldn't be able to predict who's going to win. I can just kind of guess, and therefore it would be a lot more intriguing. That being said, of course, as always, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw. Of course, Monday Night Raw is the show that I do book, but then we move on to Smackdown, where the computer auto books the matches, and we'll see what awaits for us over on the Smackdown side of things. But of course, tonight we've got a stellar show for you guys. Of course, we'll go through the main event, so we're only playing the main event matches, and other than that, those are the only contests that we're actually going to show. So, that being said, of course, the opening contest of the night, Ryback is able to return into the W, or the winning column, after suffering a debilitating victory. I mean, a debilitating loss. Goodness gracious, I can't even talk right now. On the pay-per-view at Extreme Rules to Seth Rollins. Of course, Seth Rollins is indeed the new #1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship that is actually currently held by John Cena, which was a very, very exciting contest in that triple threat. But, of course, tonight we saw Batista demand a rematch, because he said that he was the reason why John Cena was able to even win. He was the reason why John Cena got lucky and whatever it was. I'm not sure how that makes any sense, because to me it just sounded like a whole bunch of whining to Triple H. However, Triple H was just about to grant him his opportunity, and then we saw the lights dim, we saw Bray Wyatt appear, and Wyatt wants revenge. That's what Wyatt said, and he's going after Batista here tonight. Apparently that will be a match later on in the night, but before we get to that, we've got an absolutely stellar contest between Antonio Cesaro and Ziggler, Dolph Ziggler, putting on an absolute clinic here tonight. And once again, Antonio Cesaro coming off a very, very strong victory against the Big Show in a last man standing match. Tonight, he's able to pin the former Intercontinental Champion, and I have to say, I think that Cesaro is the guy to put your money on to be the star of the year, because so far, this dude has been like a steamroller, just rolling through everybody, and I'm very much looking forward to see what the future holds for Mr. Cesaro. That being said, of course, in some tag team action, of course, Goldust and Cody Rhodes lost their tag team titles on the pay-per-view, but tonight, after a mistake that was committed by Jimmy, as he thought that he had been tagged in, the referee pushing him back outside the ring, Jey Uso turns around, suffers the crossroads, the 1, the 2, the 3, and it is the team of Goldust and Cody Rhodes who walk away from tonight with a W. Once again, of course, they have revoked their rematch clause, so we will see a rematch between these two teams only in a matter of a few short weeks. And then, ladies and gentlemen, in our co-main event of the evening, as you can see, this is an absolutely exciting contest right here, as we have got Bray Wyatt and Batista going to war. Batista running away from the match, of course, after just a few short minutes. Batista exits the ring, says he does not need this. He does not need to prove himself as the #1 contender, because he was never pinned. He never lost that match. So therefore, John Cena deserves to give him a rematch, and if not, he needs to be added to the Seth Rollins and John Cena match upcoming on the next pay-per-view. Speaking of Seth Rollins, he was called out by his former Shield Tag Team brethren, sorry, can't even get that word out. Of course, the one and only Roman Reigns, which is a very, very interesting match. I mean, we've got two very, very young, up-and-coming lions from the WWE. I mean, Seth Rollins could possibly be the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion next time that we see him. So, with that in mind, I guess I really shouldn't be saying that new upcoming, because the fact is this, they are stars already, so there's really not much more room that they need to upgrade. So with that being said, of course, let us see what will happen here tonight, as it is Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Oh, nice opening maneuver there from Seth. Of course, Seth Rollins will be challenging for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. He came out here bragging about the fact that he is the next challenger. He is the future, and more importantly, he now said that, you know what, I'm sick and tired of calling myself the future of the WWE, because I am not just the future, I am now the present. So of course, shifting his attention from being the future star that he was intending to be, but now he wants it down, he wants to become the star now. And look at this opening matchup here. My God, this opening sequence from Seth is just incredible. I mean, Reigns is able to keep bouncing back, but this is still very impressive from Seth Rollins. Look at this headlock takeover. Got the nice hook of the chin there. And now look at that nice submission there. A big knee right to the back. Beautiful delivery there from Seth Rollins. Uh-oh. Belly-to-belly suplex. Another thing that I wanted to bring up, guys, is some of you guys brought up the fact that Seth Rollins does have the finisher called Blackout. I just did not know how to utilize it properly. You have to actually use it against a downed opponent. So I didn't know that, so that's why I wasn't able to utilize it in the proper manner. And look at this now. Oh, counter from Roman Reigns into the Samoan drop. And now a nice stomp right to the chest. Of course, Roman Reigns making his return after suffering a few losses to Chris Jericho in the latter half of last year, which was, of course, the previous universe mode that I was doing on the Blitzwinger channel and stuff. But Roman Reigns, of course, now back, recouped, retrained, and he was out here making his return against quite possibly the most impressive man on the roster right now. I mean, to me, it's a toss-up between Seth Rollins and Cesaro. I think those two are really the two most impressive athletes right now, and the two athletes that you really have to watch out for. Oh, both men thinking the same thing. Oh, Seth trying to counter, but now it's Reigns actually with the counter. Big power move coming from the Power Man. Boom, nicely done. Backbreaker from Roman Reigns. Uh-oh, Roman Reigns, look at this. Nothing pretty about that. Just bashing his former Shield brethren's head right into the canvas, and once again, he goes for the same maneuver here again. And Reigns is just absolutely destroying. Oh, and look at this now. Oh, Seth just trying to get away, but Roman captures him, not letting him get out of the ring, and then the beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. So nicely done there by Roman. I thought Seth Rollins was going to be able to get away and slide out to the outside, but instead, it's Reigns with a counter. Now look at this. Seth dodges, and now with a counter of his own, and then he goes up for the suplex. Can he deliver it? Yes, he can. Beautifully done there by Seth, who now goes for the knee drop to the face. Uh-oh. He's going up to the top rope. Up to the top rope goes. Oh, nicely done. Knee right to the chest of Reigns. The cover. The one. Only gets a 1 count there. Big DDT. Nicely done. Goodness gracious. Rollins is now back on the offensive. Of course, you definitely have to make the case for Rollins. I mean, he had a really, really physical match with Ryback last night, so I think you could definitely make the case for him going into this match in a disadvantageous position. And I mean, you have to give him props for accepting the match to begin with, so for that, I do admire his endurance. And cover. And the rope break, good ring presence from the former architect of the Shield. And then the nice kick there, the running kick right to the chest from Seth. And Seth is going back up to the top rope again. It's really interesting that Seth is able, and more importantly, not worried to constantly go to the top rope. That is a big, big gamble, and that is something that can very much change the pace of the match. So I'm very, very much surprised by the fact that Seth is able to just sacrifice all that, even though He knows how big this matchup is. I mean, he knows that he needs to prove himself right here once again. I mean, he's proved himself over and over again, but still, the fact is, what's he going for here? Roman Reigns in big trouble. Oh, nicely done. Nicely done there. And look at this. Look at this. The blackout. The blackout from Seth. The blackout from Seth Rollins. What's he going for? What's he going for here? He's got him back down again and another neck breaker on the former teammate. My God, what the heck is Seth doing? Why is he not going for the cover here? He's dragging the lifeless corpse. He's going for it again. Can he do it again? Yes, he can. The blackout, the curb stomp. The curb stomp from Seth Rollins, the hook on the leg, the cover, the 1, the 2, the 3, and a clean pin victory over Roman Reigns is quite possibly the most impressive thing that Seth Rollins has done in the last year. That was amazing. I am very, 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 very pleasantly surprised by that performance. I don't think many of us expected for Seth to walk out of that one victorious, considering that is Roman Reigns we're talking about there. But Seth Rollins battling through adversity in the latter half of the match and then able to overcome it and, more importantly, secure a clean pinning victory after 2 curb stomps, a neck breaker, and a very, very, very impressive victory there for Seth Rollins. I have to say, as much as I thought the matchup between John Cena and Seth Rollins was going to be impressive at the Payback pay-per-view, I do have to admit that now I am that much more intrigued, because if Seth can do this to Roman, what can he do to John Cena? I mean, that really changes the predicament of this contest. I mean, and the fact that he was able to defeat Roman Reigns in the fashion that he defeated him. Of course, I know that there's going to be a lot of people who bring up the fact that Roman Reigns is rusty. He just came back. He just got back into the active locker room and everything, which could definitely be an element. Don't get me wrong, ring rust is a real thing, but fact is this. Seth Rollins defeated Roman Reigns here tonight, whether you like it or not, after double curb stomps to the face, or to the head, and that is a very, very impressive victory indeed. That being said, of course, we kick off SmackDown with R-Truth and Titus O'Neil putting on an absolutely entertaining match. These two put on the comedy, the crowd was laughing, having a great time, and that was an absolutely fantastic matchup between Titus O'Neil and R-Truth. I do have to admit that I think that Titus O'Neil is one of the most underrated athletes on the roster. I think he needs to really put together the mental side of the game, and then he will be able to step up and potentially even be a challenger for one of the bigger championships in the land. With that being said, of course, we then move on to a rematch from, of course, the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, as Nikki Bella was able to pin AJ Lee after AJ Lee was able to get rid of Brie Bella at a distraction, but then Nikki with that elbow and the rack attack and the 1, the 2, the 3, and once again, AJ Lee has been pinned by one of the Bellas. Now, of course, Nikki Bella is not going to be getting a rematch because she did lose the championship match that she had with AJ, so it's kind of interesting, where does this lead the Divas division, because now she has another victory over AJ, so it's going to be very intriguing to see what it is that the Authority decides to do about the Divas title. That being said, we then move on to Dolph Ziggler and Luke Harper going at it again. These two are just destroying each other every single time that we see them compete. I mean, it is certainly pleasant to watch, but at the same time, I have to wonder, the part of me that is concerned about the athletes, I step aside and I think of how many years each of these matches takes off these guys' careers, and it's a scary, scary thought. So as much as these matchups are exciting, I really hope that these men understand what they're putting each other through here tonight. Of course, we saw an absolutely stellar match here. Dolph Ziggler, unfortunately for him, did suffer another loss after making a mistake. Once again, I think that Dolph Ziggler was on the right track, going up and up and up, but then he was able to make a few big mistakes, of course, suffering a loss to Cesaro on Monday Night Raw, and then now suffering a loss to Luke Harper. It's going to be definitely very difficult for Dolph Ziggler to come back through those 2 losses and challenge for that Intercontinental Championship that he so very much wants to have back around his waist. And in our co-main event of the evening, we've got Big Show and Cesaro once again, which of course was put together by the hands of the Authority after the Big Show was smooching and kissing up to Triple H. Of course, we knew that the last time that these two were supposed to compete was at Extreme Rules, but Triple H and Big Show buddy, and Cesaro unfortunately has to face the Big Show here tonight again. However, Cesaro with a quick roll-up victory, shocking the Big Show. The Big Show was furious, absolutely furious, storming to the back. We saw him once again complaining to Triple H that he wants another rematch. Triple H said that I'm going to figure it out, and I'm not sure what exactly that means, but I certainly am not happy to see Big Show siding with the Authority. And in our main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some lovely singles action of actually tag team competitors, as it will be, of course, Jamie Uso. Just came up with a new Uso. Jimmy Uso versus Goldust. I don't know why I thought it was Jay at first, because I thought I saw the face paint on the other side. That's why. All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. One half of the tag team champions, the new tag team champions, I should say, is of course Jimmy Uso, and now here comes the veteran, the man who seems to age like fine wine. He only gets better with the years, and that is of course Goldust. So of course we saw Goldust and Cody Rhodes defeat Jimmy and Jay Uso. Of course, Jimmy made a big mistake during that match, thinking that he was tagged in a little too early. And then, of course, tonight, he wanted to prove himself. He wanted to show his brother that he can rely on him and that he can get the job done no matter what. And that is how this match came to be, with Goldust and Jimmy Uso going one-on-one in a singles match. Really did not expect this, I will be honest, but it is intriguing to see two men that are specializing right now in their parts of their career in tag team wrestling compete in a singles match, because it really takes a much different type of attitude to compete in these matches, because again, you don't have somebody in your corner to tag you in, to save you, or to rely on. At the same time, it takes a different endurance level, it takes a different wrestling style even to compete in here. So, ooh, nice! Nicely done. That was a very interesting move there from Jimmy. Goes for the cover after that. That was a beautiful maneuver by Jimmy Uso. I'm very impressed by that. Oh, nice forearm right to the face. That being said, I do have to admit, I've been very, very impressed with the Usos. Then again, Cody Rhodes and Goldust are also very, very impressive. This is very much one of those situations that I know a lot of people don't like the fact that these guys compete against one another so very often. But the fact is this, these two are 1A and 1B. I mean, on any given night, one or the other team can win. And the problem is that the other teams on the roster right now, there is a little bit of a gap between these two teams and the rest of the teams because of the experience level, because of the camaraderie level, and therefore a lot of times, I don't like the way that Goldust landed off those ropes. I'm certain he doesn't like that either, but up goes Jimmy. Jimmy's going for it. Nice headbutt. Diving headbutt right to the chest of Goldust, and now the cover. Hook of the leg. Nope, forearm across the face. But once again, as I was saying, I think that's the reason why we see these guys competing all the time, because there really aren't any other teams that can challenge at the same level the other teams. So I hope that makes sense. What I mean is, again, as I said, these are just so close to one another, these two teams, that we're going to see these guys fight one another as long as they're tag teams for many, many, many years to come. Or at least that's my personal opinion. Nice crossbody. Beautifully done. Jimmy, very impressive here tonight. Able to maintain a good momentum in this match. And now look at this. Jimmy throws a nice left hand there. Goes for another one. He's got Goldust on the ropes. But over goes Jimmy. Able to hang on. And now Goldust, he's got him back in the ring. Nicely done there. Goldust, the veteran, as you can see, pacing himself, being very smart, not panicking in the eyes of danger. He's able to take that damage, absorb it, and then be able to build back up. I'm very impressed with Goldust so far here tonight. Doing a great job, as always, is Goldust. Oh, nice drop kick, but a counter. A nice counter, and then the drop kick. The super kick right to the face. The super kick right to the face. The cover, the one, the two. Kick out from Goldust. My God, that was a beautifully timed super kick from Jimmy Uso. And now Jimmy, over the top rope. He's waiting for Goldust. He's calling him up. He's calling him up. He's calling him in. Oh, nice right hand. Up to the top he goes. And it's going off the top. Beautiful shoulder block. Nicely done. The cover. Forearm across the face. One. Quick kick out from Goldust. My goodness, what a match between these two. As exciting as their tag team contest is, this is definitely up there as well. Because these two are just trying to prove each other wrong. Oh, nicely done there. Beautiful forearm right to the face. So once again, this, of course, match coming together after a little bit of animosity is developed between the Uso brothers. So it's going to be very interesting to see if a victory here for Jimmy will make things all right again, or what does a loss do? I mean, you know, a loss could continue to build that gap that you do not want to have when you've got a tag team partner. I mean, that's one of those things that you want to make sure that you're always on the same page. My God, these guys are just going back and forth, shot after shot, able to just absorb each other's damage. Uh-oh. Out to the outside goes Jimmy again, and once again back inside. Goldust has been very, very effective with that, able to get Jimmy to make mistakes next to the top rope, toss him over, and then bring him right back in. And that takes a lot out of your back. I mean, Jimmy's back must be hurting pretty badly at this point with the way that he's landed from those moves several times. Look at this, inverted DD. Oh, speaking of the back, there goes Goldust, of course, showing that veteran skill. Very, very smart about. Oh, nicely done by Jimmy, though. Good counter there. But yeah, as I was saying, I mean, Goldust very smart, able to pinpoint the fact that Jimmy's hurting. Nice right hand. Where's he going? Oh, flying Uso! The flying Uso!
How do you do that to another human being?
The flying Uso! And Jimmy Uso with a super kick right to the face of Goldust. And that gold and black mask has just run with crimson as Goldust is bleeding right in front of us here. Uh-oh. What is Jimmy doing? What is Jimmy planning here? Oh! Nice counter there. Beautifully timed counter. What is... I'm a little confused, I have to admit. I'm not sure what Jimmy's planning here. Oh, and he just tosses Goldust right into the corner here. Nice right hands. And Jimmy Uso just constantly on the attack here. And I think Jimmy just realized that he's about to be counted out. Slides right back in and back to the outside he goes. This is a much different side to Jimmy than we're used to. Uh-oh. What is Goldust doing? What is Goldust doing? Huh, that's interesting. Oh, wow. Goldust with a teleportation ability. That was amazing. Goldust able to teleport. Who knew? Now we know how he wins all these matches. Oh my God, reversal! Reversal from Goldust, beautifully done. That was a joke, by the way, of course. Uh-oh, Goldust sliding back in, and he's willing to win via countout, showing again that expert level of attention. Uh-oh, Jimmy might have made a very big mistake. Jimmy Uso just barely able to get to his feet, and slides right back in, right in time. Look at this counter. Beautifully done. Snap suplex from Jimmy Uso. Nicely done there. And now Jimmy, what's he going for? Oh, nicely done. The Samoan drop. The throwing Samoan drop from Jimmy Uso. And right back out he goes. Ooh, nice lariat kick right to the face. Beautifully executed there by Jimmy. And into the corner goes Goldust. And Jimmy Uso's got him up. What's he going for here? Uh-oh. And look at this. Goldust is practically lifeless at this point. I mean, these two are just destroying each other. Uh-oh. What's this? Samoan drop off the top. Oh, my God. A Samoan drop off the top rope. And right after that, Jimmy Uso up to the top rope he goes. Diving headbutt.
Oh, what's he gonna do to follow that up?
Uh-oh. What's he thinking here? What's he thinking? Boom! Super kick! Super kick connect! He's heading to the top rope for a 5th or 6th time tonight. And off the top he comes. Oh! Big, big, big mistake. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, this is a big error here. Uh-oh, what's Goldust going for now? Oh, big right hand. What is Goldust doing? Oh my God, no. Don't do this, Goldust. No, oh my God! Jimmy Uso driven into the floor. Half his body bouncing off the concrete. My God, the lower back that was injured earlier on in the match. Jimmy Uso's down. Goldust scrambling, trying to get the lifeless body of Jimmy back into the ring, and you can see Jimmy's out of it. He is nowhere to be found. Oh my God, and then twisting neck breaker from Goldust. My God. He's going back again. Just picking apart the back of Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso just trying to get back up. Just trying to fight this off. And now look at this. Goldust dragging him back to the middle of the ring and again going back to the back. Oh my God. Oh, come on, referee. You got to end this match already. This is not good. The way that Jimmy landed, this is really bad. This is really, really bad. Oh my God. The cover. Forearm across the face. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. What a match. I mean, these guys get physical in their tag team contests, but these two tonight, I mean, my goodness. That was a spectacular contest between these two. What a very physical match. We even saw the teleportation ability of Goldust earlier on in the match. I'm joking. So with that being said, look at that nice shoulder tackle. Of course, Jimmy Uso making a big mistake with his splash. He got a little too comfortable heading up to the top rope. And the reason why they call it a gamble, I mean, it's because you're always gambling. You're gambling with the fact that if you miss, that's it. That's going to change the entire momentum of the match. And that's exactly what happened here tonight. And now you can see Goldust celebrating his victory. And look at this now. Jimmy Uso going for the clothesline out of frustration. And Goldust with the right hands sends Jimmy Uso flying. And Jimmy Uso is just frustrated on the mat there. He's still dazed. I really think he's still out of it. Look at this. Jimmy Uso is just, he can't believe this. He is just absolutely in disbelief. With that being said, of course, there you guys have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of WWE Universe Mode. Of course, if you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, share the video with your family and friends, favorite the videos as well, and I, of course, do hope to see you guys here next time as we continue to see what unfolds on our road to the Payback pay-per-view. Have a fantastic day, guys, and I indeed hope to see you guys here next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators.